If you think the Eagles just created cap space, you're really missing what's going on right now. They didn't just jump from $12 million to $40 million for no reason. And when you look at all the moves, and guys taking less money, this feels like it's building towards something big. So let's get it mixing. What's up, Mafia? The Eagles went into free agency with $12.5 million in cap space. But right now, we're sitting at about $40 million.
Damn!
That's top 10 in the league for cap space. And that just doesn't happen on its own. That's Howie Roseman doing Howie Roseman things.
That's what I do, baby.
The Jordan Davis extension frees up about $8 million. Signing Rick Willen to a contract that's up to $15 million for 1 year, but only has a cap hit of $3.4 million. The Landon Dickerson restructure, the Michael Carter tweak, that's multiple moves stacking up on each other. And then you get to the big one, Dallas Goedert. We avoid a $20 million dead cap hit and bring him back on a 1-year deal worth $7 million. And you heard that right, $7 million. That puts him in the 20 range for tight end payments right about now. And that's extremely low. And this is where it all starts to shift, because Dallas Goedert didn't have to do that. He could have walked. He could have forced the Eagle to eat that dead cap and probably made more money somewhere else. Instead, he stays and decides to help out the team, which says a lot when there are other tight ends who don't play up to Dallas Goedert's standards that are getting paid a lot more. So the obvious question you start asking yourself is why? And yes, loyalty definitely does play a part. He's been here for his entire career, but that alone doesn't explain taking that kind of deal. There's got to be something else behind it. Now look at what's changing. Sean Mannion is coming in, a new voice and a new system. And Jalen Hurts has already given you a glimpse of how he's feeling about the new change. Hurts stated that he's amazing, and he's excited for what's coming. And that stands out, because we've only seen the opposite before. We've seen what it looks like when our quarterback isn't totally locked in with the offense.
Kevin Patullo's never been he'd have a different role. So it's hard to compare, that role to this role, because his job is gonna demand something totally different of him.
This time around, it feels different. Now, let's connect this new offense to Dallas Goedert. Last year in Green Bay, Tucker Kraft was beginning to look like a problem before he got hurt. In that system, the tight end is always involved. A lot of play action and a lot of middle of the field movement. Now imagine bringing all of that to Philadelphia. You've got Goddard, who already has chemistry with Jalen Hurts, stepping into a system that could feature him more. That all matters in this new look offense. And then there's this part. Last year there was a huge dip in his blocking. It wasn't his best year with helping the run game, but we've already seen him do it at a high level before. Those skills just don't disappear. That's just how he was being used in Kevin Patullo's offense. And now this new offense leans to being more balanced. More under center, more run game, and more spreading the ball. That version of the offense fits Dallas Goedert. And Goddard's skill set is perfect for this offense. And now that he's staying on the team, defenses have to respect both parts of his game again. So now, take a step back. Our cap space jumps from $12 million to $40 million. Goddard takes less money to stay in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts is already back in the new offensive coordinator. The new offense is beginning to take shape. That's all happening, all at the same time. And I don't think this is all about saving money. You don't create that kind of space and have players take less money unless you're planning something big next. And then you look at the other side of this, the edge rusher market. That has been a top priority. They were already pushing for pass rush help early in free agency. We tried to sign back Jalen Phillips. We made a play for Max Crosby. And when that didn't work, we tried for Trey Hendrickson. Making calls and exploring options. And none of those really panned out the way that we wanted them to. So now you're seeing us regroup and shift to the next best option. And this is where Jonathan Goddard comes in. Double-digit sack production. A guy who can win right now off the edge. And right now, that's something that the Eagles don't have locked in. So now you've got a clear need, a player that fits it, and suddenly the cap space to go get him if the Vikings are willing to do a trade, and then you sign him to a larger contract. Now this is where talks get real, because before this, you really couldn't make a push. But now, there's absolutely no excuse. I think the Eagles should offer the Vikings a second-day draft pick. Make this trade happen. There's a giant hole in edge rusher right now, and we need some elite talent to lead this room. So get him in the building, then offer him a deal along the lines of the deal that you were going to give Jalen Phillips before the Panthers outbid us. So now you circle back to it. If they were already active in the edge market, and now they've created all this room, this all lines up with going after someone. So overall, here's where I'm at with this. If this offense hits, if Mannion actually brings structure, and if Goddard is used the way that he should be used, this team is right back in title contention. No questions about it. But I will say this too. If they do not use this cap space to improve the roster, that's a big problem. Because right now, everything is lined up. The cap space, the buy-in, the new system. Things like that don't line up every single year. So now it comes down to this. Do they stay patient or do they make another move? Because they have all the room and all the flexibility to do so. So what do you think? Is this just smart cap management? Or are the Eagles about to make a much bigger move? Because everything they've done up until now all feels calculated. The money, the contracts, the buy-in, that all lines up. Now it's all about what move comes next and how aggressive Howie Roseman is willing to be. And that one decision is going to tell you everything you need to know about where this team is heading. So once again, remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'm Brother Shy, and this has been the Midnight Green Mafia.